Hello there. My name is Jeff Johnson. I'm an English teacher at Central Lakes College, where I also direct Verse Like Water, the visiting poet program of CLC. And I'm very excited to be making a quick promotional video today to get you interested in the first event of the year for the series, which is going to be November 12th, when I finally realize a dream and bring a great Native American poet to Minnesota. And that's Joy Harjo, who's currently our U.S. Poet Laureate. I'll be introducing her virtually out of my office up at my state college, and Joy will be performing and reading from her home in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know, the work of an English teacher is really dead simple. Whether you're a high school, college, or university instructor, basically what you do is you put great things in front of students and say, "Behold, what did you think of that?" And that's what I do. I traffic in beauty. It's my purpose in the world. And you've got a little bit of opportunity in this moment to ask yourself an important question or two about beauty. What is your relationship with it? What kind of importance, if any, does your human heart and mind and soul attribute to beauty? You know, in the pandemic and the calamities of the day, I think a lot of people are sort of binging, I think that's the word, on forms of entertainment that are unbecoming and even crass and a waste of time. But great art will never let you down, man. So I encourage you, all of you watching this video, to pursue great imaginative literature, great art, great painting, great visual art, dance, sculpture, all of it. And you'll be happier if you do that, if you spend more time with it. Now this time out, Verse Like Water is not going in alone. I'm joyfully collaborating with two other entities, Riverland Community College down in Austin, Minnesota, and the Olseth Family Foundation, which is graciously buying 1,250 copies of Joy's new book, An American Sunrise. And we're going to be working hard in the days ahead to ship and get these out to Indigenous kids all over the state of Minnesota. And if I leave your school out here, just forgive me, don't take it personally. So far we've got Nayashing, Mille Lacs Band of Ojibwe aboard, Isle, Onamia, Red Lake, White Earth, Cass Lake, Akeley, Walker Hackensack, Fond du Lac, Cook County School, and hopefully Red Wing will get back to me soon. I called them a second time today. And we want to get these books in your hands soon, so before the reading you'll be familiar with who she is and what she's all about. She's a seriously big deal. Now, quick advice if you're attending your first poetry event. I've been doing this a long time, and I'm pretty confident in telling you three things. Thing one, just give it a whirl. Just open up your heart to it. My friend Billy Collins, who I've hosted 3 times, twice in Brainerd, says that one of the things that can happen when you're a kid is that anti-poetry deflector shields can get installed, man, and we have to disable those, if not get rid of them completely. So just try it out. I have been watching for years now, 1,000 people or more a year come to the readings vaguely curious and leaving completely transformed, inspired by what it was like to be in the same room as a poet reading their poetry, and then they get to shake their hand and get a book signed and spend a little time with them. I've just seen the word that would describe what I've consistently seen all these years is astonishment, a sense of wonder that is available to you if you check this reading out. Thing two, don't worry about understanding every line. That's not what matters. You don't have to understand every syllable. Just let the dignity of the verse wash over you like water or music. And thing three, if you enjoyed the reading, and you will, a great artist will never rip you off or let you down. If you're happy that you did it, circle back to poetry. Yeah, in the pandemic, we're spending a lot of time online, but there's a lot of fantastic poetry online. Try out poetry.org. I'm there all the time. There's hundreds of poets there. Try out the Poetry Foundation. There's fantastic performances of poets on YouTube. And if you find a poem that you enjoy, well, you've made a friend, haven't you? If you read a couple of poems and you go, that's not my scene, we just keep moving. Look for more poetry. And I say this all the time to my students. I think literature is the only consciousness we have. And this reading will give me a chance for you a chance to test out that idea. Here's a quick little vid from Joy Harjo. She's younger here, performing a very serious poem called Fear. And you'll notice something. She's not reading. She has the poem in her heart. She's performing it. They don't just pick up their books and wrote. You know, there's a performance element, an Aristotelian spectacle element to it. And the last thing I want to tell you is this woman her heart is full of music. She'll even be singing a little bit during the performance of this poem. And fun fact about Joy Harjo, she didn't pick up a musical instrument until she was 45 years old, and it was the saxophone, because her grandmother played the saxophone. There's a poem in here about that. And she has since played on 6 Grammy-winning albums. So here's Joy Harjo. See you on November 12th.
A member of the Muskogee tribe, Miss Joy Harjo.
Thank you. This poem is a poem to get rid of fear. And it works. I have before and after pictures. I release you, my beautiful and terrible fear. I release you. You were my beloved and hated twin, but now I don't know you as myself. I release you with all the pain I would know at the death of my children. You are not my blood anymore. I give you back to the soldiers who burned down my home, beheaded my children, raped and sodomized my brothers and sisters. I give you back to those who stole the food from our plates when we were starving. I release you, fear, because you were born, and I was born with eyes that can never close. I release you. I release you. I release you. I release you. I am not afraid to be angry. I am not afraid to rejoice. I am not afraid to be hungry. I am not afraid to be full. I am not afraid to be black. I am not afraid to be white. I am not afraid to be hated. I am not afraid to be loved, to be loved, to be loved. Fear. Oh, you have choked me, but I gave you the leash. You have gutted me, but I gave you the knife. You have devoured me, but I laid myself across the fire. I take myself back, fear. You are not my shadow any longer. I won't hold you in my hands. You can't live in my eyes, my ears, my voice, my belly, or in my heart. My heart, my heart, my heart, my heart, my heart, my heart, my heart. But come here, fear. I am alive. And you are so afraid of dying.